All right, well, we are our first destination for today, and I think we've decided it might be our last. We may just go ahead and camp up here. We've got plenty of time. All right, so we have come up to the rim. We're gonna get out and stuff, but there are a bunch of camping spots back to the right here that are close to the rim. We have never stayed in one.
They're usually pretty full, and
either that or with the dog. With
the dog, I don't like it. I mean, it's too much of a drop off. That's why I like that spot at Muley Point.
Yeah, so you can see here the little Grand Canyon overlook as well. And I think what I'll do is I'll pull over here, give you a view, and then we're going to drive a little further down. There's some interesting stuff here a little further, so. All right, so I am standing on the rim here as we drove up. And like I said, there's a lot of camp spots just along the rim, kind of in front of me here, and I'll show you. All right, so that camper you see there is just in a turnaround spot. Maybe back there, see the top of a camper, but there's several spots along the rim there, and then some are back in the juniper trees. But here is the canyon. It's pretty spectacular. Now the drive out here has actually been pretty easy. Pretty firm road, just a few places where water accumulated or there might have been some mud on the road, probably people that drove it early. But it was fun. So down here is the San Rafael River. And it's kind of wonder, where does it go? Well, there's actually a break. It doesn't look like it when you look here, but from the kind of earth with the brown on it to the whiter rocks and green on the other side, there is a channel that goes through there. This is just it's just freaking phenomenal. But you can kind of see why they call it the Little Grand Canyon here. That's looking off southeast, I guess. And then almost west, I guess. Another little canyon straight off there. I mean, this area is just phenomenal. Yeah, I just gotta wonder if you could spend the time and just walk these canyons, what you would find. All right, we're gonna move up further to another overlook, and I think you'll be impressed. All right, so I'm walking up to the Little Grand Canyon overlook, and this is where things are going to get kind of interesting. Now, actually, I don't know if I even saw that you couldn't fly a drone here. They used to have it posted, but it is a national recreation area, so usually you cannot fly in those. So I'm not going to fly today, but I was here, and I've mentioned this before, I was here in 2015, and they didn't have such restrictions on where you could fly like they do now. So I did fly, and we're going to take a look at something that's really interesting, and I'll describe it, and then you'll see it. All right, so you kind of walk out to this point, and I'll show you. So over here, we have one fall area, and then over here, we have another major fall off. Right, so from up here, we look at this wall that's right in the center of the frame. Let me zoom in. When I fly the drone over it, the amazing thing is how high it is, but how narrow it is. When I get over the top of it, it blew me away. I mean, I was totally like, whoa, what just happened? But I also like just looking down the canyons here. All right, so that was the Little Grand Canyon overlook, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the drone footage there as well. May not be much, I can't remember how much I had, and I wasn't very good at the time, but it was good enough to show you the place here. So we're gonna go find a camp spot. Obviously didn't do a whole lot. We did a museum and came here, and we'll see what there is around the camp spot before it decides to rain. So, all right, we'll see you then. All right, well, we made it to a spot here, camping. Now, this is a well, bless you.
this is a designated campsite, and in this area you're supposed to to camp in designated sites. So, but it is freaking huge. It is freaking isolated, and at least with Verizon, I was able to climb that hill back behind the truck and have a Zoom meeting with my brothers when we were here once, which must have been not that long ago. And then you can see that's the road into this spot. These are all solo camping spots, and there's a lot of gorgeous ones. This one's fairly far out. Can't remember the numbers. The higher numbers are closer to the road. I think we're in 3 here. So we did stay in this campground before with our friend Mike. It's the exact same one, and I looked for it because I really liked it because it's a little further out, and it's a lot further back off the main road. The last time we were here, I said we were with our friend Mike, and he decided to back in to this area, and he camped in the back of it here. It's interesting. These are kind of yellowish, orangish, goldish, whatever, faint color, nothing intense. Yeah, looks like somebody else has put a fire pit back here. Anyway, you have this color rock, which is just in this little area. And then up on the hill there, it's all white rock. Like I said, I'm not a geologist, but I always find this kind of stuff interesting. I see a guy running along the rim out there. Let's take a look. Let's take a walk out to the rim. What the heck, right? Oh, well, we're not going to the rim. I started to walk out there, and it got real muddy real fast, and deep mud. So I got mud caked on my boots, and yeah, it's just not worth it. We'll get it with the drone later. We hope it won't be another time where we wake up to rain. These clouds are off to the north, I think. We've been having a lot of thunder. We haven't seen lightning, but right above us are all these dark clouds. You can see the rain falling over there. I think this is the area that's moving towards us. Well, we're sitting in the truck because there is lightning around us now, and you can see the rain on the windshield. Still got my sunglasses on because it's really bright out there. The white clouds. I have a feeling this camera will be blowing those out pure white. The fun of camping in the springtime, although this is probably the wettest spring we've had. Well, this is the aftermath of the rain. And in addition to the rain, we also got 2 bouts of hail. Very small hail, fortunately. Yeah, there's water right there running down the road. That's always going to be fun going out. And you can see all the rivulets that were running while we were inside. This one right here is the closest to the car, and it was running for a while, and this one's still running. You see it? Shadow out of the way. This is sort of how flash floods are. Of course, these are really small, but yep. Just about 20 minutes of rain, guys. Nice little stream here. There's the road. And the stream coming down the road. And then over here, that's what passed us. Probably why we had hail. You've got all those thunderheads right there. Yeah, so I'm just sitting here now. Got the chair out, and the reason we were sitting in the cab is if you're in a lightning storm, you want to be inside the metal car. So if you do get struck, it's safer. It will do damage to the car, but you're pretty safe inside. It's like a Faraday cage. Metal around you, don't touch the metal inside the car, which not too many cars have metal inside anymore like they used to. It's all plastic or some composite material. So, well, we decided since we have a break in the weather to cook outside. And this is our grill. This is how we cook most of our dinners, unless the weather is too bad, too windy, or raining. Carol picked up these great baby back ribs in Castledale, so that's what we're eating tonight. We carry all of our eating utensils and plates and seasonings and stuff that we use in one of these totes. And then the other tote holds the single burner stove that we showed you earlier in the trip, and the gas canisters that we use to cook with. So it works out really well. Those fit in a little slot inside the truck. In fact, I'll show you here. Put Trigger's food up on the, he likes it raised on the step, but we have this little cubby area here that those two bins fit really nicely in. So that's the inside of the camper. Got lots of stuff charging. And it's about 6'6", 6'7" inside, so plenty of headroom. Not a lot of seating room. I mean, it's a little tight, but not bad for two people. And the couch, which we've covered for Trigger with this striped fabric, but there's the original fabric up there. But that top part will flip over and fill this space in here to make another double bed. So, yeah, we can sleep probably 3 or 4 if we had to, but we sleep up on top. So, I'll get back to the cooking, and Carol will go in and get some adult beverages. And she'll sneeze and sneeze. She's been having a nose day.
I don't know what I'm learning. It's something.
Yeah, and one thing about our cooking is generally I'll cook the dinners if we cook them outside. Carol does all the indoor cooking, and then she will cook the breakfasts outside, and works out.
Or inside.
Or inside. I mean, she just cooks breakfast, whether it's in or out, and I'll do the dinners, the outdoor dinners. So works out pretty good. Well, I did fly the drone. I decided to go out and fly it. Got a little bit of the canyon out there, a little of the road and stuff, just to kind of show you the area. I felt it was safe enough, even though the sun's still pretty high. That usually lights the bottom of the canyons and a little bit more on the walls. Sometimes the low light. With canyons, you don't see much. Just it's dark on one side and light on the other. Anyway, I'm guessing that this will be the end of the video. As always, we really appreciate you guys watching and hope you have liked and subscribed. Yeah, leave us a comment. If you got any questions about any of the stuff out here, I'm willing to look stuff up if I don't know the answer. And yeah, any comments are appreciated. So with that, I'm going to say good night. All right, you guys have a great night. We are glad that we stopped when we did, because it gets a lot uglier down the canyon, and where we wanted to stop, we might have gotten stuck in the bad part when the rain came. So it worked out fine. We're going to be camping at the other end of the canyon tomorrow night. Probably do a drone down there, and we got some phenomenal pictographs to show you guys. So we will see you then. All right. Good night.